two maps. Huh? This is Heron 1953. The other one is Gupta एटल. एटल का मतलब क्या है? Many others. 1980. But Heron, of course, many geologists, they have contributed, but he has not given the other names. He was the director of geological survey. Now, I will just discuss Heron's work first, then only this you can understand how the plate tectonic concept, changed, totally modified the Heron's idea of Aravalli Mountain. So that is the reason you should know, because when this map was published, the plate tectonic concept was not there. In 60s only it developed. He published this map in 1953. Follow this point. Now what he presumed for Aravalli Mountain, he presumed this Aravalli Mountain probably, initially was a very large geosyncline. Geosyncline means very large depression, just like a ocean where the sediments are deposited. That is the concept during 50s. Nowadays people do not talk about geosyncline. Nowadays the geosyncline term is totally obsolete. Though it means same thing, suppose you talk about the Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean is not a geosyncline. Geosynclines are definitely basins of the sedimentary depositories, totally confined to the crust. Now imagine lithosphere is 150 km, crust is suppose 50 km. So the sedimentation takes place within a depression which is confined to the crust. So that was the concept of a geosyncline. It has a U geosyncline, which is little deeper, and a Mayo geosyncline. So once upon a time this was the concept. Suppose the Dharwad geosyncline, Aravalli geosyncline, Vindhyan geosyncline, wherever there are a lot of sedimentary rocks now, they were thinking this was deposited inside a geosyncline. So later on what happened, the geosyncline, this word, that is very large depression where the sediments are deposited, they are not used. Though the same thing, the deposition takes place inside a. So now basin term is being used. Like Delhi basin, Dharwad basins, or Kadapa basins. Geosyncline term is not used. Why the formation? See, basins are developed by, it can develop within the crust, it can go even up to lithosphere, to any extent it can go. It can have a granitic floor, it can have a oceanic floor. Understand? That is a common terminology basin developed. And basin can close, by subduction. So many phenomena came in terms of plate tectonics. That is why the word geosyncline nowadays nobody uses. Simple, they use the term basin. Suppose you are working in the Vindhyan basin. Similarly, Eastern Ghat basin, where the sediments are being deposited. But once upon a time, those sedimentary deposited areas were considered to be the geosynclines. The deeper part is called U geosyncline, and the shallower part was Mayo geosyncline. Nowadays, you talk about the shelf, slope, different parts of a basin, shelf environment, where this type of shallow water, deep water means slope, very deep into. In shelf environment, you will get the sandstone, shale, limestone, but if you go deeper, what you will get? Turbidites, very charts, all those things you will get in the deeper environment. So like that you must have read in sedimentary class, na? Nowadays people do not talk even the geosyncline. Only they use the term basin. So but when Heron developed this idea, about this Aravalli Mountain, he said there was a very large geosyncline in which the sediments are deposited, one over the other. Like this is a basement, over that a group of rocks were deposited, then another group of rocks were deposited, then another group of rocks were deposited, like that. Then whole basin, it was compressed to develop different folds, mountain belts. That was the idea once upon a time. Nobody was thinking about subduction. Nobody was thinking about rifting, how this depression developed. The mechanism part, nobody was, not to that extent it was not developed. So when Heron gave this map, he considered there was a very large basement, Archean basement, like this. I will give a symbol like this to suggest this is an Archean basement, which he called as bended gneissic complex. It is Archean basement in which this depression or the geostratigraphic line formed. These Archean rocks, is a typical character. Typical character. What is the typical character of Archean rocks? Archean rocks are gneissic, like this, there will be gneissic bendings. Intervened by this part, there will be some sediments or volcanics. It is a gneissic rock. The gneissic bendings are mostly quartz and feldspar. Quartz and feldspar. Whereas the intervening areas, these darker portions are either made up of sedimentary units or volcanics. This is how a typical bended gneissic rock characteristics of Archean assemblage looks like.
So what is the scale of this bending?
Scale bendings can vary in few millimeters, 1 meter, 2 meters, any amount. Even it can go very, very thick white bands. It is a bended rock consisting of white bands made up of quartz feldspathic materials, and the darker bands, generally there are sediments or the volcanics. Follow this point. So this is a dominant or typical rock of Archean assemblage or Archean age, which Heron named as bended gneissic complex. If you go to Dharwad, South India, there people call it as a peninsular gneissic complex. Same thing, white band, dark, white band, dark. It's a gneissic rock. But when the plate tectonic thing came, they named it as a tonalite trondhjemite gneiss. Appearance wise, this is a bended gneiss. Locality like बोल दिया peninsular gneiss, because India represents a peninsular gneiss. So that means entire peninsula was having a Archean rock which is gneissic in character. Whether you go to Aravalli, go to Singhu, go to Eastern Ghat, कहीं भी जाओ आप जहाँ Archean rocks है, they are dominated by this gneissic rocks, of which the white materials are quartz feldspathic and darkers are either volcanics or the sediments. अब ये इसको बोलते हैं सब लोग क्या? TTs, tonalite trondhjemite gneisses. Because what they say, instead of these feldspars are mostly plagioclase. Mostly plagioclase. Mostly. They are not potash feldspars. आप अंबाजी गए हैं, did you see the pellitic granulates, migmatites? देखा कि नहीं देखा? नहीं देखा. रिवर बेड का नदी के पास मिगमाटाइट देखा होगा? gneissic rocks. नहीं देखा. So those are also gneisses. White bands are there, dark bands are there. पर जो white band है ना, उसमें आपको plagioclase नहीं मिलेगा, बहुत कम है, potash feldspars. Gneissic rocks में you can have white bands and dark bands. Appearance wise fine, but in the white band ना, you can have was lost plagioclase in Archean time. But as you come to Proterozoic, those white bands na are quartz and potash feldspars. both are gneiss. Both are gneiss. One is a TTG gneiss, tonalite trondhjemite gneiss where plagioclase is coming, where potash feldspar is coming, granitic gneiss is pellitic gneiss. Understood na? If you look from a distance, you know, you will not feel the difference. But if you go to Dharwa, where these TTGs are very prominent, or even Aravalli also, we are discussing BGC. If you go to BGC part, there will find in this gneisses, plagioclase is the dominant mineral. Potash feldspars are relatively less. Whereas, you come to Ambaji area is not a Archean area. It is not a peninsular gneissic area. But there gneisses are there. But they are granitic gneisses, potash feldspar gneisses. बड़े-बड़े पोटाश फेल्डस्पर के क्रिस्टल आप देखे होंगे, पता नहीं समझा कि नहीं समझा? हाँ? So gneisses बोलने से कोई मीनिंग नहीं है. Tonalite trondhjemite gneisses is the peninsular gneiss. Tonalite trondhjemite gneisses is the BGC. Not granitic gneisses. Granitic gneisses are proterozoic में आएंगे. Remember this part. 2600 million year का बाद आएंगे वो. तो ये जो tonalite trondhjemite gneisses ना, these are banded gneissic complexes. So that was here on thought. Basically, this is the basement for all these geosynclines to develop, you know, in India. So one of them is your Aravalli geosyncline. अभी जो आप देख रहे हैं, इसमें एक बेसमेंट है जो आर्कियन एज का है, उसके ऊपर सेडिमेंट्स आर डिपॉजिट इन ए geosyncline. Understood this part na? So this is the banded gneissic complex made up of TTG. Yesterday was the plagioclase dominant. If you come to the other side of the triangle, potash feldspar dominant. Yesterday did you attend the lecture or no? The gentleman was talking na? Like this, na? Or OR will come there. OR will come here, na? What? This is Q, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Q, huh?
Yes, sir.
This is OR, na?
Plagioclase. K feldspar.
This is your tonalite, yeah? This is your trondhjemite. This is your granite. समझा ना? This is your both are plagioclase. Maybe this is sodic plagioclase, albitic, anorthitic. These are all plagioclases. Plagioclase साइड में आपको tonalite trondhjemite आएगा. If you come towards orthoclase side, granite will appear. Here will be adamelite, granodiorite. Where plagioclase and orthoclase are equal. If in a granite, if plagioclases are dominating, it will be tonalite trondhjemite. If potash feldspar is dominating, it is granite. So these rocks are mostly proterozoic rocks. These rocks are Archean rocks. Understood this part? Huh? This diagram is little different. आप जो बोल रहे हैं वो दूसरा है. आप QAB बोलते हैं. क्वार्ट्ज आजकल फेल्डस्पर प्लाजियोक्लेज. इसमें क्वार्ट्ज का सवाल ही नहीं उठता है. इसमें taking the plagioclase and the orthoclase into consideration, how tonalite trondhjemite is different from granite. That is this one. देख रहे हैं समझे? So during Archean time, this field was dominating. So all these banded gneissic complex, peninsular gneisses, they are having these rocks. Follow, na? Now, can I remove it? So this is your basement. Basement, could you understand what is the basement? So somebody says what is the basement? See the Archean peninsular gneisses or banded gneissic complexes. Generally the basement for all sedimentary basins in India. That is the basement. Now comes over these, the sediments will be deposited. So they become your cover rocks. Now Aravalli group of rocks, Delhi group of rocks. So they are now cover rocks. इसके ऊपर sediments deposit होंगे ना इसके ऊपर ऐसे ऐसे. So these are cover rocks. ये basement हो गया, ये cover. Understood ना? The sediments which will be deposited over it, they form the cover rock. So which are the cover rocks? The sediments which are deposited on the basement. Understand? So if I just say this is a cover and basement relationship. This relationship, you know, see in the field you will not find the basements are sitting here, sediments are deposited. वो तो जब sedimentation हुआ तभी था. अभी तो everything has been disturbed. Everything has been disturbed. Now suppose in the area you are working, you get some sandstone beds here. This sandstone bed. Over that, this TTG is sitting. So what does it mean? Inverted. On what basis? Cover basement relationship. That is the answer, you know, cover basement relationship. I found a TTG. So that is the basement. The sedimentary rocks, that is your cover rocks. So cover rocks has to be younger. Basement rocks has to be older. So cover basement relationship says this is the inverted sequence. Like this, you know, you should give an answer. Cover basement relationship. Cover basement relationship to build the stratigraphy. समझा कि नहीं समझा? तो है ऊपर बैठ गया ना, इसलिए इन्वर्टेड है. So what Heron thought, so you have bended gneissic complex as a basement, then Aravalli series of rocks, Aravalli system. Sorry, that time system word was used. Aravalli system followed by Rayal series. You see, it is written there. You can write, may not write also, because I have to explain, so I am writing. Delhi system. इसके ऊपर क्या लिखा है वो? Earring granite. Then Malani. So this is the generalized stratigraphy, you know, given by him. मैं सूत्र explain करता हूँ. Now what he thought, BGC was definitely, he said in the basement, so it is Archean image. Unfortunately or fortunately, you know, he put Aravalli system is also in Archean. That is the thing he did, you know, which now it has been reverted. Why he did it not by blindly, he did it Archean. That time there was no equipment, you know, to date a rock. So dating of a rock came in 60s only, 60s, 65, 70s. The Indian rocks were dated only in 70s. But when Heron published this map, there is no dating technique. So which is Archean, which is Proterozoic, how could you know? So there is some concept in his mind, na? On what basis he said Archeans, Aravallis are Archean? And Delhi, the Proterozoic rock starts from here, from Aravalli. On what basis he said? So there must be some basis, na? हम लोग तो स्ट्रैटिग्राफी सीक्वेंस याद कर लेते हैं. पर वो क्यों किया? Why did he made Aravalli as the Archean? But from here the Proterozoic starts. Delhi is Proterozoic. कोई तो डेट था नहीं तो there is a concept that time कि आर्कियन रॉक्स आर नॉट मेटामॉर्फोसिस, ये कॉन्सेप्ट तो था ही। आर्कियन रॉक्स आर वेरी लो ग्रेड रॉक्स, आइदर सिस्ट on metamorphosed rocks or very little metamorphosed rocks. Proterozoic rocks are more metamorphosed. ये the concept has developed that time. By observing so many Archean rocks outside, So Aravalli is in general very low grade. Have you gone to any part of Aravalli system or Aravalli series? उदयपुर के पास बहुत rocks हैं. They are mostly phyllite. Aravalli rocks are mostly filicky, but Delhi rocks you saw na granulates, minimum to amphibolites. So this when he saw, he said Aravallis are also Archean. That means basement was Archean as well as part of the cover rock is also Archean. During Archean time, the sediments were deposited. ये उनके दिमाग में आ गया, so इसलिए he put Aravalli as Archean. Understood ना? I will tell you where are the Archean rocks, where are the Delhi rocks, the distribution I will tell you. But first you see the logics. Delhi is, he said these are proterozoic, undoubted proterozoic. These high grade rocks. Second thing क्या माइंड में आया उनका, the marbles. Marbles are plenty in proterozoic. आर्कियन में मार्बल नहीं था, ये भी एक कॉन्सेप्ट था. जैसे द आर्कियन रॉक्स आर ऑफ लो ग्रेड, प्रोटेरोजोइक रॉक्स आर हाई ग्रेड. सिमिलरली द आर्कियन रॉक्स हैव वेरी लिटिल मार्बल. Proterozoic rocks are having plenty of marbles. The entire Agra Taj Mahal is made of marble. Did you go to Taj Mahal? Pure white marble is like this. इतना pure marbles Aravalli में भरे हुए हैं. मुंबई में तो देखा होगा ना marble mines. You must have taken it to marble mines. इतना white marble देखा. See, that is one piece of this Delhi marble. Not from Ambaji they have taken, but Mount Abu constructions are on Ambaji granite, Ambaji marbles. So this abundance of marble are also signature of proterozoic age. Archean time में इतना marble नहीं. Archean time में ना ये था, potassic rocks था, high grade rock था, ना marble. ये concept तो was there in his mind. Why in his mind? Almost prevalent. Why this was? I will tell you why it has happened like that. So Delhi system में बहुत not only high grade rocks but marble. That is why he said the Delhi rocks, wherever there are high grade rocks, wherever there are marbles, we will make it Delhi. Proterozoic. Low grade rocks, marble. ये जो Royal Lake है ना, this is strategic transitional between proterozoic and Archean. Because lot of conglomerates are inside, So he thought possibly when Archean to proterozoic you are going, there is a unconfirmed. The unconfirmed was going down, coming up, going down, coming up in the sea. Unconfirmed कैसे होता है? Plane of non-deposition. Suppose कैसे होता है? Non-deposition erosion कैसे होगा? Suppose समुद्र का अंदर अभी डिपोजिशन हो रहा है. Now how that area will become area of non-deposition? It has to come up ना. So इसलिए वो बोला during Royal time, so the where Aravalli rocks were deposited, that came up. That juice incline came up. So it's a concept. So he said this is that Eparchian interval. Eparchian is understanding ना?
Yes.
Between these two. Eparchian interval. So ऐसे स्ट्रैटिग्राफी वो बिल्ड नहीं किया था हेरन ने. तो हेरन ने एक बार फील्ड गया था, उसको एक जियोलॉजिस्ट था फील्ड में, बोला so यहाँ पर टाइप दे. Decanter was also under his but heron knows inch by inch, you know. Then he said, this fellow is definitely bluffing, you know. How there is dike? Dikes are plenty, but he knows each and individual dike. He named, this is a moving dike. You must have seen a moving dike. He does not want to displease the person also by telling, no, you have not gone to that area, I have seen that. He said, yeah, probably you are correct. Probably it is a moving dike, you know. Who don't understand, you just cannot understand unless I explain the things. See, mostly the Indian geologists want to do, including me also. गर्मी के दिन में कैसे आप फील्ड वर्क करेंगे? 2 दिन डाइक देख लिया, अच्छा वो पहाड़ के ऊपर की होगा यार, माप में ये अपना खून में है।